What's up, humans? Welcome to a new Psicoactivo. I just finished recording the UAP Tuesday podcast with Christian. Is coming out in a little bit, but I found some information that I think it's very, very interesting. That I am gonna read it to you guys. So apparently, it was a rumor at certain point. It came out from the documents that George Knapp gave to Congress before the hearing with Grush, Fravor, and Graves. People have been trying to verify if this information is correct. Based on multiple sources that confirmed this, these appear to be actual real documents. The document discusses an email or emails between Dr. Hal Puthoff and Dr. Kit Green, who are part of this whole movement of UFO disclosure. They're scientists who have been trying to get this out for decades, literally. This is regarding an incident where a team went to retrieve the crashed UFO, but a larger UAP ship appeared above the crash site and telepathically told the recovery team to not recover the craft. The team then experienced 90 minutes of missing time and were not able to share that information with staff and until they were telepathically released. Wow. So here's the document. It goes like this. Public domain. 31st of July, 1999. EarthTech and former CIA scientist Hal Puthoff emails former CIA Life Sciences Division analyst Kit Green and his life partner Kristen B. Zimmerman about a story published in a UFO magazine by a pseudonym Greg Halifax about the UAP crash retrieval personnel, member pseudonym Such Masters. The story refers to Masters having participating in a UAP crash retrievals group known as Zodiac. That name is important and interesting. I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. Of which Puthoff states, we have reason to believe the set of stories are only slightly fictionalized versions of a source's experiences writing up records for the archives of the WPAFB. Puthoff asks Green if he's ever heard of Zodiac, which is supposed to be a true name. Not MJ-12, not Majestic 12. At the time, Green was the Chief Technology Officer of General Motors Asia Pacific, while Zimmerman was with GM Research and Development in the area of advanced design. The Such Masters story itself describes the blackest of American covert operations that deals directly with UAP, collated from several different sources, and states a UAP management program exists and falls outside of the normal range of program activities, and only members of the intelligence community with specific psychological profiles are selected. It states the program was called Zodiac and had different subdivisions corresponded with different zodiacal signs, including Aquarius. It states the CIA had control over Zodiac as of the 1980s, and between 1947 and 1980s, Zodiac recovered 11 UAP craft of different sizes and quality, some of which included live occupants of Nordic, small hairy, and tall gray aliens and short gray aliens appearance. Locations of recoveries listed include New Mexico, off the coast of Denmark, and the Midwest. In the story, an unnamed colonel tells a psychologist that during one crash recovery, a larger UAP ship appeared above the crash site and telepathically told their recovery team not to recover the craft. The team then experienced 90 minutes of missing time and were not able to share that information with the staff at WPAFB until they were telepathically released and able to do so. The psychologist states the little gray bastards have thought control and empathy projection. The story also states a file room at WPAFB has over 2 million accounts of UAP sightings by military personnel and U.S. civilians, most of which were never investigated. Note: Zodiac is described as a project able to skirt the military chain of command with impunity, spend money earmarked for other projects, and generally do whatever them well pleased, all in the name of UFOs and their importance to national security. Holy hell. So, yeah, researchers in the space have been asking around this document, and it does seem to actually be legit. So, it basically, they came, these are documents that George Knapp, journalist George Knapp, gave to Congress before the hearing with Grush, Fravor, and Graves. Oh man, I would bet you guys that George Knapp is gonna come out and he's gonna have to talk about this, because this is really serious stuff. And if it did come from him, and if Congress has these documents, I think it is very important for him to come out and add a few more details to this story. Also, the name Zodiac is a name that we heard before from our friend James Yandoli from Engaging the Phenomenon. James was talking to both, I think it was Knapp and Kelleher, because they were talking about their book that they wrote together. On that interview with James Yandoli on Engaging the Phenomenon, James already heard about this Zodiac name, and he asked Colm Kelleher about it. And his reaction was very interesting. It was kind of a little aggressive, if you ask me. But James was really smart to ask that at the time. And now this is coming out. So if George Knapp comes out and confirms that he gave those documents, this means that potentially we might already have like the name confirmed, Zodiac. And yeah, they're talking about that they're essentially this rogue government that's been going around the world and recovering down craft. They have jurisdiction everywhere, or at least impunity, because who knows what their jurisdiction actually is. But we heard about this story before, multiple times. This shadowy government with people from all over the world who are mostly special ops. Many of them are scientists, many of them are intelligence community, and they have one major boss, which is this group, and they do what they say. And potentially, these are the same guys that have been controlling Arrow. These are the same guys that gutted the UAPDA. If this is true, then people are going to start talking about them inevitably. And that's what they didn't want. But given that it's now leaked and everybody's talking about it, I don't know. I don't think they can really do anything to us for talking about it. So this is news on the UAP subject, and I have to report it. So I apologize if I hurt anybody's feelings with this. But I think this is very interesting data that people need to talk about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I am going to leave you with that clip where James Yandoli asks Dr. Colm Kelleher about Zodiac. Here it is.
You can tell me if they sound familiar. Free Griffith, Mary Elliott, TRW.
I'm not going to comment on that
because I'm not saying anything. I'm not attaching a name to it. I'm just saying,
Well, I know where that is going, so I'm not at liberty to comment on that program.
Okay, but are you even able to say the name, or is it something where you can't even say the name of it?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that program, so I'm not. It's part of what I can't talk about.
George, can you tell me what I'm talking about?
No, not really. No.
You can't say the name?
I don't think I want to go there, not with Colin as part of the program, but we can talk about it off the air.
I'd love to do that if you can stay after a few minutes or even another time. But because that's of high interest. Does that have anything to do with David Grush coming out and anything that he discovered while he was doing his investigation for the UAP task force?
I think Dave did touch fist bumps with some of that information and some of those people. But you'd have to ask him that. He'd have to be the one to answer that.
What did you think about Dr. Kelleher's reaction? That was very interesting, right? Kudos to James again. I think honestly that he's, if not the best, one of the best interviewers on the topic, because he always finds those like little niche questions, those deep cuts. Very good, man. I want you guys to let me know what you think about this. What's your take on this group, Zodiac, on the impunity they have? What do you think about this account of the larger craft that controlled people telepathically? Holy crap. That makes me think a lot about the Koyame incident, which is a crash from the north of Mexico that happened in the 70s. And apparently the CIA was also involved in that one. And all of the Mexican military personnel that were at the crash site allegedly were killed. They were found unresponsive. Who knows what happened? I'm trying to find out though, because I do have contact with some people that know about this case, and we've been going back and forth. Let's hope we get some information soon. But for now, please let me know what you think about this information, about the document. And if you like the content you see, please like, share it everywhere if you can. Reddit, anywhere. Comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification too. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, I'm going to leave a couple of links so this channel can keep growing in the description for donations, and also for an Amazon wish list for stuff that the channel still needs to keep growing. So thank you guys for the community you guys are forming. Thank you for all the nice comments, even the critical comments. Thank you guys. I learned a lot from them. As long as they're not insulting, keep them coming. I know that I am wrong a lot of the time, and I like to correct myself. So those comments are the ones that help me the most, especially when they're respectful. So thank you. Without further ado, I'll see you guys on the next video tomorrow. Bye.